Hey!
How you doing? You alright?
There he is!
There's the man.
Giorgio the Dracula.
There we go, you know.
Isaila.
Yeah. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Not bad, not bad. Listen, first things first, I want to know why you're called the Dracula. You know,
Why
I
I'm
would
called
have
Dracula?
gone with something like Giorgio Iron them out Isaila or something like that.
Do you know what?
But why Dracula?
First of everything, yeah. I just like blood, man. Do you know? I just bring the blood on, you know, so I think it's a good comparison. And obviously I'm coming from Romania. And you know, Vlad the Impaler was Romanian, you know, coming from
right.
Yeah, it just you know but
That's how the Dracula came about, was it?
yeah, you know. So that I think that's the biggest reason, to be honest.
Self-named, or did someone tag you with that?
Say again?
Was that self-named, or did someone
You know what?
tag you that?
I have a stablemate, right? He's Turkish, right? Ibs my cousin. So you know, back in the day, long time ago, when all this Dracula was going on with the Ottomans, right? It was the war and all this. So he's Turkish. He's an Ottoman, and he was telling me, you're like Dracula, you know, like we used to have wars in the ring, you know, like sparring and all this. So I kind of like the idea, you know, like obviously he's called the Ottoman, and obviously I'm coming now with Dracula. Yeah. So it's just coming from the gym, you know, training each other and sparring and all this from a joke, and just love it.
Quality. So you've just been sparring now, right?
Yeah, I just finished like 20 minutes ago. I just literally jumped.
You look absolutely pristine. So I take it your defences must be spot
I'm always
on.
so sports, you know, with defending and all this, and I'm improving. You know, like that's why we're training. You know, like I'm not even in camp yet for my fight, but I'm just doing my bits, taking over, and yeah, just work on my defense, on sharpness, and bits of everything. So,
beautiful. Well, listen,
I literally just done my sparring, and yeah,
you're looking great. You're looking great, Nick, and it's good to see people jumping on. And we're gonna just, I mean, I've been really keen to find out more about you. So welcome to the Gunman Insta Live.
Thanks for having me.
This is a platform that's designed for exceptional fighters like yourself to come and share your journey with the fight fans so that they can get an understanding and a nice insight of the fight game. And often fans will see you smashing people's faces in. Yeah. We don't see the hard sparring. We don't see the circuit. We don't see the...
No, I see that.
We don't see the bad days, you know. This is what we want to give them an insight into. So, listen, guys, pop in some questions for the main man. If you're not following me already, make sure you do. There's going to be loads of good interviews coming up. We're really grateful and honoured to have Giorgio on and sharing his time with us. So, Giorgio, now we know you're called the Dracula. Yeah. For people that haven't seen you, what would you tell the fight fans about your style?
Do you know, my style is never the same. Do you know, I'm always boxing defense. I can be just the way I feel on the day.
Yeah, you cut out a little bit there. So what, you can go forward, you can go backwards. Is that what you're saying?
Somebody give me a call. So, do you know, I'm that kind of style, you know, like when I'm not the same. Do you know, like I can be a hard hitter and I can stand there and just straight punches and be hard. Or I can just move around and be slick with the movements. Have a hard movement, have some footwork, which I had on my professional debuts. I had some good footwork over there and just slick the movements. Yeah. So on my second fight now, I'm looking to bring a bit of slightly different adjustments. Yeah,
you're looking to bring a new style, show the fans a new style.
So I'm a little bit, you know, like different all the time. I can be the same.
Yeah. Well, let's get on to your pro debut. Were you nervous?
No. Mate, that was unbelievable. Yeah. You know, I've never been nervous, to be honest. Not even for my first amateur fight, you know, a couple of years ago. Yeah. So no, I'm just confident with boxing. You know, like since first day in the gym, I've been so confident, and I had that goal. You know, I had that reason I want to train hard. So once, you know, I was on the change room for my pro debut, there was no space for nerves. Yeah. You know, I was so confident. I just wanted to go there and enjoy it. You know? So,
that's good, though. Yeah, that's good. That's great. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your pro debut. So you fought a guy called Jordan Granum.
Yeah.
Obviously a seasoned veteran, and that's what you kind of need for your first fight. You know?
Turn the light up a bit.
Yeah, so a seasoned veteran, and that's what you need for your first fight. Talk us through it. You won unanimous points decision. You won every round comfortable. You displayed, in my opinion, some really beautiful footwork, some really good punch combinations. But talk us through, you know, that night for you.
You know, well, it was a night I can't forget. Yeah. You know, I even done a tattoo on my leg with me sitting in the corner on my debut. Yeah, it just went smooth. You know, we get to the venue with me and my coaches, with my team, and yeah, we just was looking forward for it. So it was all over the place with smiles, surrounds, and the change room getting ready. And yeah, once you know the time come to get my way to the ring, man, I was just you know, I couldn't believe it. You know, like I was walking to the ring, thinking, is that actually real? You know, like, it's actually happening. Yeah. You know, like, because for me the journey was so quick, I didn't even had time to realize where I'm going to.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I was just happy. You know, like even to see so many people in the crowds, you know, calling my name and you know applause and all this. Man, it just made me. I don't know. It's hard to describe that feeling. It's a feeling like I wish everyone will feel it one day.
Yeah.
You know, whatever they do in life, just to feel it, because it's unbelievable to see people appreciate and you know being happy to see you progress and you know hard work.
Well, a lot of pro fighters actually say their pro debut is the hardest fight to negotiate. You know, I've spoken with guys at the end of their career; they always remember the debut.
Yeah, you know, it's just because it's the first step. You know, when you start, you know, when you're driving a bicycle, you're always gonna remember how you learn to drive that one, right?
Yeah,
it's the same with boxing. You know, you're always gonna remember your first one.
Yeah. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. Yeah, I can understand that. So let's get back to the start then. So you haven't been boxing that long. You're a young kid.
Yeah.
22?
Yep.
You're 22. You haven't been boxing that long, but your rise has been astronomical, and you're making waves in the sport of boxing. So can we just talk about, you know, how you stumbled across your first gym? It was you boxed out of Honor and Glory Boxing.
Yeah.
That was your first gym, right?
That's my second gym, but it's actually my first amateur club. So when I let's just start it from the beginning. So when I started first boxing, that was just about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember it was after the lockdown, just about. I just joined a fitness club, just a boxing fitness club somewhere in East London.
Yeah.
Where I just learn a bit the basic, you know, get a little bit fitter, understand the sports. So I've been training there for about 8 months, I'd say. And while I was training over there, I get myself in a couple of white collars. It's just because I was new in the country and I just didn't know how the sport works. And I didn't have the coach around me to tell me, well, you have to go there or there or there. So I just joined up the white collars. I done the white collars, and luckily, I think it was just a coincidence. On my last white collar, that was in Troxy, it was somebody there telling me, man, you're too good for white collars. You know, like you should, you know, do amateurs and do something. And I'm like,
how many white collars did you have?
I had 2.
Yeah. Two fights, 2 wins.
2 fights, 2 wins. You know.
Well, hey, listen. Everyone starts a beginner, though.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, everyone. No one can tell me any different. We all start beginners. So you had your 2 white collars.
Yeah.
You moved into the amateurs. How did that go?
It went good. You know, I came down to Honor and Glory 2 years ago, where I met my team, Anton Pattenzen, and he guided me through the process of getting my style a bit more, you know, tied up and a bit more basic for amateurs. Yeah. And I just jump aboard. So
what's the biggest difference between white collar and the amateurs?
Well, it's the high pace first of everything, right? And white collar is a bit of more of swinging big shots, and that's how I've seen it. And an amateur is more about high pace and just fast hands and moving and scoring points, basically.
What's the difference between amateurs and the pros, in your opinion? I know you've only had one pro fight.
It's a different game. It feels like 2 different sports.
Yeah. Why?
To be honest.
Why would you say that?
Well,
in your opinion,
in the amateurs, practice, right, it's more about scoring points. That's the most important thing. So you just let your hands go fast. You're looking for more punch ratio rather than power, right? So obviously the speed is the most important. Moving a lot, and it's just the high pace, because the rounds are shorter, less rounds as well. Where on the pro game, obviously, you have 3 minutes rounds there, and most, you're looking for big punches. Most of everything you have to have power behind. So you're gonna set up yourself a bit, plant your feet, be smarter. Because I find pro game, it's all about being smarter, protect yourself, defense. Don't just take silly shots. Make yourself look good. Discipline. So it's more about
absolutely.
There is a difference, and I felt it already. Even from my debuts, I felt the difference from the amateurs to pro.
I
felt it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, amateurs boxing's more fencing, really. It's point scoring, isn't it? You're fencing, don't get hit, and fence.
But
pro, you have to sit down on your shots.
Sit down on your shots, pick up your combination. Think about your defensive most of everything, because you don't want to get hit with fucking 8 hours close or 10.
I mean, also in the pros, you've got no standing counts. You get a lot of standing counts that protect fighters in the amateurs, and also in white collar. If you're getting tagged, you get a standing count. Pro, you're out.
Well, you can protect yourself. You're out.
You're knocked out.
Another time.
You know what I mean? You don't protect yourself, or you switch off for a split second. The next thing you know, you're lying on your back, looking up at the lights. You know what I mean?
You're like, oh, what just happened? Is that over? Is that it?
Last thing you want to be doing is getting stretched out like a limousine in front of all your fans and your missus and your kids.
No, you just want to be smart over there. That's the place where you want to be smart.
Yeah.
You can be still in training and try new stuffs and learn from that. But on the fight nights, you have to make sure you're smart and you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's not a good look if it's not a good look if you. It's every fighter's nightmare actually to just get knocked out in 10 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah.
At any level.
It can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Only take one punch in the right place and the right time.
Train 10 weeks, parked up in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You can't think of much worse than that.
That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. No one.
Absolute nightmare. So let's talk about your team, because listen, I've never been to Honor and Boxing Club.
One day, man, it's amazing.
I've been following that gym for a number of years. I know one of your coaches fairly well, and I've got utmost respect for the gym and Mide. As a fighter, I've been to a few of his fights when he was fighting, an exceptional fighter. Can you just talk to me about your team setup? So who's your head coach? How does Mide fit in? Etc.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. So my head coach is Atson Panteden, who is running the gym, who is the head coach of the pros, of the amateurs. And he's the guy who took me aboard from day one and teach me mostly, everything, right? And he's looking after me. So he's the main coach. He's making the schedule of my training, my program, fitting everything.
Yeah.
And he's always there. And then there is Matt Marsh, probably heard his name, former British champion.
Yeah.
And he's mostly training me on the daytime. He's looking after my technique, and he just make me a better boxer. Right? He's looking after even my mental health as well. He's trying to mentor me as well, which is amazing. It's good part to do that as well, because it's not about boxing only. It's sometimes about this as well. You have to have it right. And me there, he's always in there as well. He's training me on the weekends. He's training me mentally as well. Good games. It's more like as a smart piece on there. With strategy.
Yeah.
Right. So he's like a brain as well. And I'm training with John Cole as well, who mostly is doing the strength and conditioning. And we have nights when we train together, where it's all the coaches with us, or we just separate.
Yeah.
Like on a daytime, Matt is gonna take me, or so it's all organized. Like by Anton, by the head coach. He's always sending a schedule and say, okay, I want Giorgio to do this on that date, on that time, this and this and this. I'm just there to execute it.
So you got a decent entourage then. What, four or five men there? Yeah, but they're all solid. They're all solid.
And we all work together, you know, and that's what I like on my team. It's just there is no egos. There is, you know, like everyone is just on point. You know, like that's the kind of team I've been looking for and I was dreaming for when I started boxing. I was imagining that's gonna be the team, and it's actually real. You know, like so it's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I've been following the gym for a number of years, and I must say, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. Yeah. And you look very, outside looking in, you look very comfortable around your team. Yeah. You look like you've got a solid team and, you know, the trajectory is only going to go one way. How many fights are you planning on having this year?
I'm planning to have 4 fights. So, obviously, my next one is going to be in March and then a couple of months later. And then, but by the end of the year, I want to have 4 done. So, hopefully, 5-0 at the end of the year.
Yeah, well, not hopefully, just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time, but you know, you have to be humble, you know.
No, absolutely, but you don't have to be. You can't just say, "Look, anyone they put in front of me, I'm going to brock them up." 5-0. You know what I mean? You don't have to be.
As a goal, no one is going to stop me from that, you know. Yeah.
You know, listen, mate. If you know me, I always like to. You know, I like the content. You know, I like to see. You know, humble's no good for my channel.
Straight on.
No, honestly, I do face-offs and stuff on here, like with people's opponents and stuff. And when it's just too quiet, I'm like, come on, guys, you know.
Yeah, let's get that.
Piss each other off.
Yeah.
So you know, but yeah, so hopefully 4 fights. So you box at super welterweight. Do you have to weight cut, or do you walk around that weight?
No, for me, weights, it's very comfortable.
Yeah,
you know, I think I'm just.
So you're naturally a super
I'm just natural built, good. You know, like I don't need to do any like strict diets or all these. I'm just me, just being me. We eat wherever I feel like I want to eat. Yeah, obviously healthy. Yeah, I'm looking for healthy foods. Even
you don't
sometimes you're slipping some other stuff of food in there, but mostly I'm eating clean and at some point. So even tonight, I work out from the gym with my flyweight, and I'm two months away. I'm already on weight. So
that's quality, mate. Yeah, that's good because the amount of people I speak with, and mate, the weight cut is a topic. You know what I mean? It's a topic. It's like, oh, mate, I've even Mide would tell you, I remember once he was cutting weight and it like wrapped up like a mummy in a hotel room, like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you know what? I know people doing that, but I don't know if it's the smart way of doing it. You know, like, okay, cut the weight, but are you gonna be the same on the nights?
No, but fighters get it wrong. You know, we all get it wrong. That's it happens. It does happen where you jump on the scales and you're like, geez, I'm a little bit over. And I shouldn't be.
Exactly.
Like, we all like professors in our own minds, but sometimes we do get it wrong. Yeah. Who is your favourite fighter currently, right now, in the pro scene?
All time or active?
Active.
It's a little bit. I don't know, man. I like Gervonta Davis, to be honest. Yeah. Like, I'm always watching him. I watch all his fights. Sometimes twice, 3 times.
That's a good shout. Yeah.
You know, like, I love him. Canelo also, big names. But I really like, well, it's not active no more. He stopped years ago. He's a Romanian called Lucian Bute. I don't know if you heard about him.
Yeah, I know Bute. Yeah, he's good,
He won IBF world title, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he did. He lost.
He's not active, but he's been active a couple of years ago. I think he stopped boxing 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, Southpaw, wasn't he? Southpaw.
Yeah, there you go. And I like him because obviously he's from my country, so... But,
he lost the Frotch, didn't he? He lost the Frotch.
Yeah. You know that.
I watched that fight. Yeah, I think it was 5 rounds.
He's amazing.
5 rounds. Yeah, good fighter though.
Active, Giorgio Davis, man, all day long.
Yeah. Any other fighters that have finished?
Well,
that you
no, I'm watching boxing, but you know, maybe it's just me. I can't remember names, to be honest. You know, but Yeah, I like more. You know, like I like Conor Ben as well.
Yeah.
I really like his aggressive style, and I like Joe Cordina. You know, like more from UK side. I like Usyk from
Oh yeah, he's lovely.
You know, I like all the
I went
boxers
to the
at the end of the day.
fight.
You know, I watch everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, I go to a lot of the. I try to go to a lot of the big fights. I've seen Usyk. I've been lucky enough to see Usyk fight. I went to him versus Joshua. I'll tell you, I mean, Triple G I've seen fight, which was
Triple G. I
was at him and Kell Brook, which was an unbelievable fight. I went to Klitschko Hay. I've been to some cracking fights. DeGale and Groves, got some absolute great. And there's so many good fighters. Like there's too many to name. We'd be here an hour or two.
You know, I went when it was Better Beef with Anthony Yards. Mate, that was amazing. You know, amazing performance. Amazing performance by Yards, but
brilliant fight that. Stopped.
You know, I mean, I think he did throw the tower actually, but he's just powerful opponent, but he boxed well, and that was the fight I always remember because I enjoyed it.
Mate, that was one of the best fights I've been to in a long time.
Yeah,
I went to Zhang and Joyce as well this year. I went to that one sorry, not this year, last year it is now.
Yeah.
But I think the Beterbiev Yard fight that I went to last February, I think it was.
Yeah.
Mate, it was one of the best fights I've been to in a long time. It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Let's get some names in the camp then. So, who's your hardest sparring partner? And you're only allowed to name one. Don't start giving me like a.
Be honest, man.
Don't start giving me a whole list of everyone in the gym. Just to keep
I can't really name no one, to be honest.
I
have hard sparring, but I don't really find them hard.
You got no hard sparring partners?
No, I do have hard sparring, but like don't really. For me, it's. I don't know. I have some.
Who's the hardest person you spar?
I think that's Ibs Berkan. I just been sparring with him 20 minutes ago, to be honest. Obviously, I've actually heard
he's a pretty solid sparrer. You know, I heard he goes quite hard. Yeah, he's got now, he is.
Yeah, and no, Ibs is good sparring partner. Obviously, he's heavier than me. He's light heavyweight, and he's putting the work on me. Like he don't really care. I'm just 69 kg. He's just going on me, and he's good. You know, I love it.
Now, look, you know, he's having Ibs, he's just said you're his hardest sparring partner. Yeah. I've heard a lot about Ibs and his sparring, and I hear he's doing very well.
Yeah, no, he's doing good. He's out as well. He's fighting on.
He's on Goodwin as well.
On Goodwin. He just signed up now. On 2nd of March, he's fighting. So on the same month as me as well, and can't wait, man.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, no, well, best of luck to both of you. Not that you need it. Have you ever been dropped?
Never, man. And I don't know, man. I'm happy it didn't happen, but at the same time I'll be sad because if it happened now, I don't know how to react.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even on sparring, I've been sparring with heavy hitters, big guys. I've been traveling to big gyms and, you know, like people with like 20 fights as a pro and all this. I don't know, man. The way I think I grew up in Romania and the tough times just made me strong, you know?
Yeah, got loads of support.
I can handle it. You know, I can handle some hits.
We've got loads of support coming in. We've got Oscar, Fit Win PL.
Oh, beautiful.
Giorgio, next world champion. We've got Gabriel Collins. You got this, Giorgio. And then Honor Glory Boxing Club. I will drop him tomorrow.
What is that?
Honor Glory BC.
That's my coach, Anton.
Hey, drop you tomorrow. That's absolutely great. That's absolutely great. So what's been your hardest fight so far? Obviously, you've only had one pro fight, but let's go back into your amateurs.
Hardest fight.
Who's your hardest opponent? So your hardest sparring partner is Ibs.
Do you know what?
Who's your hardest opponent so far?
That was last year, if I'm not wrong. Last year on September, I went to Spain, right, and Barcelona for international tournaments, and
yes, I saw that.
Yeah. So obviously, I fought in the semi-final, and it was a good fight, 50-50 fights. I won, but the next day in the final, this guy came from absolutely nowhere. Very slick, you know, not heavy hitter, but very slick. He was slick. Like sometimes I couldn't even find him in the ring. And I think that was the hardest fight because I wasn't getting frustrated, but I just couldn't catch him proper.
Yeah,
you know, he was just teleporting from side to side, and that was the hardest fight. I lost that final as well, close majority decision, but yeah, it was absolutely hard to catch him. And I learned from that fight that the angles, right, they're the best. You know, changing the angles. Where my coach Anton told me as well, okay, let's work on them angles, and we've been working for the last year on them angles, and they look beautiful and natural now.
Yeah, you can see that in your pro debut.
Yeah, and that was nothing, to be honest. I just had to strip a bit more to the basic, but I got them footwork coming up now even smoother. So can't wait to display them on March.
Yeah, well, we can't, you know, as fans, we can't wait to see you in action again. What would you say your favourite punch is? What's your favourite punch?
Got nice screw shots.
Oh yeah, what the uppercut?
Screw shots. That's why people start calling me Dracula, because that screw shot is just bringing blood.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that kind of shot. It's just catching you tip of your nose and just start bleeding. You know, and you feel like, wait a minute, why am I bleeding? You know, it wasn't even a hard hit, but it's just catching. You know.
Yeah, no, it's a hard shot to land, though.
Yeah, it's a hard shot to land, but once you get it in a habit and you make it natural, obviously you're just gonna be alright.
It's easier to slip off the line and throw it, isn't it? I think?
Yeah, slip inside.
Otherwise, if you're throwing it upright, you're always a bit far away.
Yeah.
You end up doing like a Street Fighter Haruken like that. Yeah, the other opponent's on the other side of the ring, and you can end up looking a bit silly. So you've got to time it beautifully.
Yeah, you have to time it. You have to wait for that jab coming up and
then slip bang. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a cracking shot. That is. Would you ever try bare knuckle boxing or MMA?
You know what? Obviously, when I was looking to start combat sports, I was looking first at the MMA. I haven't tried yet, but I was looking. But then something.
You're right with 8-limb fighting and getting elbowed and kicked. Then, yeah.
Never tried, but but I didn't think about it. Then a couple of years ago, I think 2 years ago, we had a guy training in the gym for a bare knuckles fight on BKB or something like that, and he didn't have the coach available for the night, so he asked me if I can be in the corner, and I'm like, yeah, coming over, why not? Hey, that's a brutal sport, you know. Like I was watching fighting and then I'm like, nah, it's brutal.
It's funny because I ask a lot of boxers, would you do bare knuckle, and most of them straight away go, absolutely not. Are you mad?
Nah, it's brutal, man. Do you know?
But do you know what? Actually, when you shadow box, you don't have gloves on, right?
Yeah.
And your hands are faster when you've not got gloves on. Your hands are faster. You can punch harder, and really, it's the purest form of fighting bare knuckle. Yeah, most boxers just wouldn't even do it. They wouldn't even consider it.
You know what?
Which is crazy, really, right?
The way it looks like, you might say, yeah, let me do it, whatever. But when you see what's in the changing room, you completely change your mind. When we was waiting to be on the fight, we was in the changing rooms and we see all these bare knuckles boxers coming in the changing rooms with broken fingers, broken jaws, cut eyes, like big time. Like you'd be scared to see them, and you're like, wow,
Well, we've got Matt Marsh saying bare knuckle is no good, boxing all the way, and this is a boxing channel.
That's it.
And I'm a boxing fan, but the rise of bare knuckle cannot be ignored. It's rising. I don't think it's ever going to.
Following, to be honest.
Yeah, so I would follow it. I did interview one of their top bare knuckle fighters a couple of weeks ago, a guy called Connor Tierney, who's a superb bare knuckle boxer. And you're getting quite a few crossover fighters going into boxing, but it's mainly washed up fighters. You know, you're seeing Platinum Mike Perry and Chad Mendes and people like that going into it. MVP has just done a one recently. They've had Austin Trout is doing it now. So sort of washed up boxers. They haven't really got that superstar in it. up with us. But yeah, no, it's just interesting. I only asked you because a lot of boxers I know just wouldn't even.
Completely not for me as well.
Yeah,
man. I would stick to boxing.
Yeah.
I broke my jaw like that, you know.
Yeah, you don't need it, man. You're a good-looking lad. You don't want to be brucking your face up and walking around with your nose across your face. And mate, in that sport, jabs are knocking people down regularly.
Yeah, it does. It does. And any sort of punch it does, actually.
Yeah, like you're seeing people getting knocked down by jabs. It's absolutely brutal.
You know.
So listen, you're going to do your 5 fights this year. Well, 4 fights that'll make you 5-0 once you smash everyone up in your way there. So how far are we going to go?
All the way.
World champ.
Well, that's my biggest goal. You know, like I always say. Since the day one in the gym, that was my goal, you know, like obviously not my first goal, but the main goal of everything. You know, I want to get myself, and then I'm trying my best to get there. I'm just rising now at the moment, obviously, but I believe in myself. Like I'll go 100% believe in myself for this.
Yeah,
you know,
well, that's lovely and refreshing to hear, to be honest with you. Because listen, I always thought in boxing you've got to be in it to win it. Otherwise,
you have to.
Just don't do it. This isn't a sport that you can't come runners up in this sport. Coming runners up in this sport hurts.
Yeah,
it actually hurts.
Be 100% sure and believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Trust yourself. You know, like come on, man. We're doing this sport to be great and try our best to be the best version of ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? There can be people better than us, but all you want to do, you want to be good for yourself. Yeah. You know, I'm not competing with no one. I'm just want to be, you know, the best version of myself and be proud of myself. In my life and people around me.
You want to go the traditional route then? I take it, just collect the southern area and start
everything on my way.
Yeah,
you know,
collecting all the strap season, baby.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. No point messing around. Collect everything in your way.
We're just going there and do the job, and that's what I'm aiming for. Obviously, traditional way, and then see where we're going to. Trusting my team and everyone, and just going as far as we can. Just climbing the ladder. You know.
Yeah. Well, the team believe in you. Matt Master said all the way.
You know already.
Yeah. And as I said, but you need the team around you, and they're going to back you. They're going to back your journey.
So, and you need, obviously, it's good to have a great team, right? But you need to have a team you can trust, and look after you, because I've seen and I heard so many times coaches just don't care about their boxers. Yeah, just go on the sauna for like a couple of hours, do some weights and all this, or whatever, or things like that, which is not good. You need the team look after you as they're like your fathers, like you're their son. Way mentally and boxing wise, So I'm not happy. I'm grateful to have this team around me.
It's funny in boxing, the coaches don't get medals. They don't get a belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they should do, really.
Well,
because at the end of the day,
they do something like that. I saw, but like, was that coach of the year or something like that? They do.
Yeah, but it's one coach in thousands, But they need these guys are unbelievable. Our lives are in their hands.
They sacrifice so much time,
so much,
and just because everyone have their responsibilities and work and they spend time and sacrifice a lot of time to get you better.
Yeah, they're absolutely brilliant coaches.
They don't get enough credit, to be honest.
Absolutely, that's what I say. They don't get belts. They don't really get much. You get Coach of the Year award. One coach in millions might win it. A lot of the time, these guys aren't getting paid. They're the first in the gym. They're last to leave. Your life is in their hands. And as I said, it's brilliant that you've got a great stable around you, and I think you're going to reap the rewards from having such good people and knowledgeable people like Matt Marsh, like Mide Digby around you. You're going to really reap the rewards of having those people around you. And listen, I for one wish you the absolute best of luck. I can't come to this next fight because I'm commentating. I think on the same night on another show. Oh, yeah. But I'm going to try and get to your fights, and I'm going to try and get you back on here before your big fights. And I want to track your journey now and learn more about you and follow you and support you and help build your profile and help you have a voice. And that's what this channel is for. Yeah. So Yeah, I'd love to have you back on. Have you got a final message for the fans other than buy tickets now for this fight?
Do you know what? I've got a message for everyone. You know, obviously, man, I just wanna, thank you for all the support I got from everyone. You know, like even from people who know me outside, the social media, who know me in person, who know me from the gym, from work, from school, who know me on social media. You know, I got so much support, and I'm really grateful for this. You know, obviously, it's just amazing to see that. Coming in a new country, a stranger, getting all this support from people you just meet in the gym, you meet outside in the park, and things like that. So I'm just grateful, and I want to thank everyone to the continued support. And it was unbelievable. On my debut, I had so many people over there, and man, it was just amazing to see the support, and I'm really grateful for that. I just want to thank everyone who supported me, who will support me, and who is still supporting me. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, it's been absolutely fantastic to have you on. It's been an absolute honour. And listen, as I said, I'll be following your journey, as will most people that have jumped into this live. And we'll be tracking your progress and wishing you the best of luck.
Thanks
just
so
keep
much.
doing what you do. As I said, anyone who's jumped in here, that if you don't follow me, give us a follow. I'm going to be tracking Giorgio's journey, and they've got plenty of other brilliant interviews coming up as well. Like, honestly, mate, the channel's been doing really well. And we're giving exceptional fighters, like I said, like yourself, the opportunity to be able to communicate with the fans that are going to get you to where you want to go. You need the fans and the supporters to help you on that journey, and a lot of them want to know about you, and we're giving you the platform to hopefully be able to do that. But listen, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you come straight from the gym. You've come straight into this interview.
Mad, isn't it?
And I really respect you for
trying
that.
to get everything done,
Yeah, you're the man.
But thank you for having me here as well. Thank you for all the people joining as well. Beautiful.
Absolute pleasure. So best of luck, and best of luck on the 23rd. And I shall speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Stay in touch.
All right,
mate. Take it easy, yeah?
See you later.
Big up.
Bye.